Hello YouTubers, just wanted to give a few additional comments on these solar spinners, on how I build them, some tips that might be useful. There's the small version, here's the large version over here. Let me get an overhead shot of this thing going around. One thing that I did that really helped on this version, let me just stop it a second here. My popsicle stick, which holds this shaft here, I had glued some grippy stuff on there because it was sliding a little bit up top there. That helped. Initially, I tried to center this stuff by gluing these solar panels right in the middle of the curve here on the edge. It was hard to get a balance. I took it apart, let them come all the way to the bottom so I could put them on a flat surface. Then these popsicle sticks, in my original build, they were kind of, so-so. So again, using the flat surface, I leveled them up a lot better. Just that balancing alone made a tremendous difference in how well the thing ran. Also, this one is using two sets of magnets. It continues the polarity like north-south, 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 north-south. So if I move these together, they would stick together. That's the way you keep that. Polarity going into this type design solar spinner of the magnets itself is not important. Say that's north pointing out that way and this is south. It could all be reversed and this could all be reversed and it will still work. Okay. Solar spinners, by the way, have a tendency to want to spin in one direction. You have to play with it and see which way it likes. This thing right here, this container, I think it's called a cloche or something, I can't pronounce it. There's a name for these things. At Halloween time, you'll find these things in the 99-cent store. Usually they have a skull inside. This one has pumpkins. Let me just set this down a second. Right here's a lip on this thing, if you can see it. You can take a hacksaw and lay it flat on that lip and you'll get a straight cut to cut out the complete bottom, like that one has the bottom cut out of it. That makes it a lot easier to work with. So when I start this thing, I usually just grab it from the top, give it a little turn with my hand, set it back down, sometimes let it tap the magnets to get it spinning, and that's one way to get these things started. Another way, you'll notice on the bigger model over here, you have to use bigger sets of magnets, but once this thing gets going, it will actually run in lower light because of the centrifugal force than the smaller version. You don't actually need both sets, but if you're just going to use one set, have at least a 1-inch magnet on the side there. What else was I going to say about this thing? Oh, me. Okay, what else was I going to say? I forget. Anyway, this one again runs much better because of its centrifugal force in low light than the smaller version, which is very surprising. So that's just some updates. Again, gluing, let me stop this one a second here. Gluing a magnet to the top of this thing and getting it level is real tricky. This one didn't come out exactly level. But it still works. I occasionally use some pennies underneath it to get the exact balance I want. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Another way to start these things. Say you got a 1-inch Neo, big strong magnet, something like that. You can, with your regular magnet setup in place, take the Neo, as long as you're careful not to get it too close to the magnets that you're using in your assembly, the strong magnet sweeping around will start the thing spinning. That's another way to get them spinning. So that's my comments for today.